What's goody gang? It's your boy and I'm back with another banging video. You know what time it is, bro. Today I got a special video for you guys. I appreciate the newcomers, like I say all the time, bro. If y'all new to the content, make sure y'all like and subscribe. It will be a big help to me subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button. By hitting the like button, the way the YouTube algorithm works, YouTube will show the video to more people. But guess what? It's time to grind. You know what I'm saying? Consistency. We about to go crazy. So today we started with something new because I'm gonna be doing a lot of different things on the channel as of lately. Like I'm just gonna swap it up, switch it up, get a lot of things going. But this is one of my favorite things to be watching as of lately. I'm a big fan of this. Kevin Samuels. This is one of the first videos that I saw from him in the Your Average at Best video. It's the full interview. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna lock into that. We're gonna basically let it play through, and we're gonna do a little bit of commentary throughout the video. But I'm not gonna try to pause it too much. But I might pause it a couple times to say a couple things. But for the most part, we're just gonna jump into it. We're gonna speak throughout the video. I'm gonna speak after the video. Do me a favor. If you haven't hit that like button yet, spaz out on that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, join the fam. I'm trying to get to hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and we're gonna do great things. So with that being said, if y'all haven't seen Kevin yet, it's something to watch. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm pressing it now.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Those were hers.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, are you a PhD?
No.
I'm a PhD.
How many dogs you got?
One.
Really?
I'm sorry?
What kind of dog is it?
He's a cane corso.
He's a what?
A cane corso.
What is that in English?
It's a larger dog, and their breed is meant for guarding and protecting. They're very protective of their home and their family.
Okay, so what's your disagreement?
Honestly, I don't have a disagreement. I just came here because I honestly want some advice from you.
It says disagreement day.
Oh, I know, but this is my first time catching you on live. Normally I'm asleep. And
You have a job?
I do. I own a business.
Okay, so I do too.
And I do have a question. If you don't
But I
mind.
have a business. And if you wanted my advice, you could always book a session if you can't catch us at the show live.
I'm definitely. I was trying to go online earlier.
But all you have to do, man, but see, what kind of business do you own?
I own a pet grooming, doggy daycare, and indoor
Okay,
dog
so
park.
what you're basically trying to do is I have a disagreement day, and you basically came in and said, damn your topic, I want to ask you what I want to ask you. And that's, but you are more than welcome to go on my website and purchase your time to talk with me one-on-one. Because what you're trying to do is rather rude, but I will go ahead and do it because I'm going to use this as a teaching lesson. How old are you?
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
35 years old. 35 years old and you're a business owner.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
And what's your question?
My issue is, I want to know at what point when I'm just meeting a guy, do I tell him that I'm a business owner? Because my problem is that when I try to date down and the conversation comes up to where I own a business, the guy is either like, hey, can I come join in on you on that business? Or can I put some money and be a business partner? And I'm not looking for that. And I honestly...
Hold on. I need to be clear on this subject. Where are you at?
North Carolina.
And you're saying when to tell somebody you own a business?
Because I find when I date down, guys see an interest and want to be like a business partner. And I'm learning that maybe I need a high value man because that's what
first off, ma'am, I really don't understand. What kind of man are you talking about? Because owning a business is no different than having a job, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting what you're saying. When should you? I'm not understanding why this is an issue. if you're
that should be helpful.
What kind of men are you dating?
Yeah, if you're really rocking with them, why wouldn't you want to be a part of
I try to give guys that not up a chance.
You try to do what?
I try to give guys that's not on my level a chance.
Why? What do you mean on your level? What does that mean?
That's making 6 figures or more.
But I don't okay. You try to give guys who are not on your level a chance. Why?
And because I honestly want a 6-figure guy. Is what I'm realizing.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and net it out for you.
So 6
you ready?
Guy, right?
Hold
up.
The guys you want aren't asking you out.
Well, I haven't been putting myself out there honestly.
But you put yourself out there enough for the guys you don't want or beneath you to ask you out.
You say you get the one.
Those are like guys I met online.
Right. So.
But the guys you want not online too?
The men you want are not asking you out. See, you ladies do this. You go and deal with men who you feel are beneath you, and then you ask how to fix them. I'm not beneath you. I don't know how to fix a guy that's down there. That's not my concern. The better question is, why can't you get a guy on your level? That's the real question. Well, first of all, I would tell you what I said in here automatically is a problem. Why you would come onto a show that you know is a disagreement day? It's selfish. It's like, yes, ma'am. It's like I want what I want. I don't say things for no reason. That's why I asked you questions. You're 35 years old, a business owner. That means you understand what business is, and you know this is a business. And I have a show title, and you said, "Damn your show title! I want to talk to you." Right. But you could have went to my business and booked time to talk to me. But you wanted what you wanted, how you want it.
I'm sorry.
No, and I'm using this as a lesson. That's the problem with too many of you black women. You don't do shit the right way with black men. That's improper. Nice. And when I told you the right way, you still were like, well, whatever. So I'm gonna use this. When was the last time you had a relationship?
Like the end of last year around December.
How long did it last?
A year.
A year? And was that man, did you go to college?
Did I go to college?
Yes.
No, sir.
PhD. No.
Okay, and how long have you owned your own business?
Degrees, boy.
9 years.
And how long have you been making 6 figures or more?
The last 3.
Okay. Why do you need a man making 6 figures?
Because I'm finding out that the guys that I date, it's not working out.
What does that have to do with money?
Because I feel like I need a guy that I can respect and admire, and I'm ambition, and I want a guy that has that drive too. And when he doesn't, I find myself, encouraging him like, hey, babe, you can do this and you can do that. And then,
all right, so in North Carolina, what percentage of the population, what percentage of men in this country make 6 figures or more?
I think it's like 5%. I'm not
closer to 10. So,
okay.
10%. All right. So the question is, what do those men who make that kind of money, who all women tend to want, what do they want?
That 10%.
I feel like they want arm candy, somebody who can have more to bring to the table than just looks, but also bring balance to their life. I feel like I can help them out on
Okay, slow down. I'm not understanding. You said they want arm candy, then you contradicted yourself. They want somebody that more than just looks.
Yeah, arm candy, but something behind, brain with it, and more in depth.
Do you know any men who make 6 figures or more?
My dad and my uncle.
Do you know any men that you are related to that make 6 figures or more?
Unrelated to? Yeah,
men that you are not related to?
Not on a personal level.
So you don't know them. You don't know what they want, but you want him. Ma'am, I'm going to suggest that you really don't know what you want. And saying 6 figures is just something that you've got taken from out there. But I'm not hearing this rooted to anything. But what do you want ultimately? Do you want to be married, children, what?
Yes, I want to be married.
Do you want any children?
Yes.
How many?
I have a son now, so.
Okay. How old is your son?
He's 13.
Where's the father?
He's not in his life.
I didn't ask that. I said, where's the father?
Well, he's not like in it like I would like him to be.
All right, so let me go ahead and take this down, ma'am. Men who make the kind of money you're talking about have options, and typically I don't want to deal with women who have 13-year-old sons who are used to dating men who. This doesn't sound appealing.
That's kind of true.
To the kind of man you're talking about. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I was thinking once I start booking session with you that
I can't change men.
I know, but I can approve myself, and I feel like I have a lot to offer to those type of men.
Oh, okay, but see,
that's true.
You should have stopped right there. I just told you I cannot change men, and you said once I book a session with you, I'm not a miracle worker. I'm telling you what they want, and you're still saying but I want them. They don't want you.
Well, generally, some of them.
But I have been working on myself this year, and booking.
Okay, ma'am, but okay, 35, 13-year-old son with a sketchy father. Why would a man who's in the top 10% of earners, who women across the country want that?
Because I have a lot to offer. I feel like.
Would you want your son to, if you had a son making that kind of money, would you want him to bring home a woman who had a 13-year-old son from a sketchy father? Or would you prefer him to get a woman who had no children, was younger, and easier to get on his program?
Depending on his age.
See what I mean? See what I mean? This goes so deep for black women. They will even. Should have been an easy question. No, I would not want my son to bring. I want the best for my son. That should have been the appropriate answer. That's why I sat up.
That's actually true.
That is bullshit.
Give it to him straight, Kevin.
You should want the best for your son.
Of course.
But and are you thinking, Micah?
If he brought home a woman, yes, I feel like I'm the exception to the rule. But
no, you're not. That's the problem. You all think you're the exception to the rule, but your life has proven to you that you're not.
My love life is not that good. I agree with you.
That's my point, and ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. True. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Not even trying to be mean.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
They hate that.
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so? What?
Go ahead.
From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one on you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face, when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
That's sinking.
So,
did you, I mean, stop right there. Stop right there.
Let it sink in.
Stop right there. Breathe and digest.
Let it sink in. I knew it.
You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Say what?
Say don't make him say it. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I really just wanted some advice. I love your.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
You're average at best.
I'm taking it in, but.
Okay, but you're not accepting the fact that, okay. Average looking women. Average looking woman who's older. Average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son.
That start adding up. I ain't gonna lie.
Average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. Mm-hmm. You don't qualify for one. And you're making, I mean, I don't want to have to go there, but when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
Why?
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone.
Nah,
straight up.
It's sad to say.
Because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina. But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities. And that's the reality. Men don't care about your money. Not the kind of men that you want. We don't care about your money. It ain't ours. We care about the fact that you are older and you got kids.
To give the harsh truth, I ain't gonna lie.
And you're average.
It hurt when it's straightforward. That's harsh.
And your reality of your life has showed you that. You don't have the kind of men that you want knocking on your door trying to find you. See, what we've done in this country, this world, is we've told women like yourself that you can have it all, and you got a Prince Charming who's 6 feet tall, 6-figure income, jawline, all this other kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, man. No. Most people get average people, especially average people. And you're an average person.
With an average person.
I mean, let's be real. You're not running Microsoft. You got a pet grooming business. You've been making 6 figures for the last 3 years. Okay. But if I'm looking at you, if I looked at you and I took all that off of you, all the eyelashes and all the hair, what do you look like under there?
I mean, I look the same. I'm just.
No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
Saying you wouldn't have put it on.
I'm sorry?
No, you don't. You don't look the same because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
Just saying.
So, what is your advice for women that?
All right, I'll tell you my advice, man, because you're not listening to me. This is why I always recommend you need therapy. People think most of us in the Black community need therapy, but you're not dealing with reality. I asked you about your child's father, and you couldn't answer me. But it doesn't sound like you're too proud of him. What kind of student is your child?
He's an A student.
Does he have any behavioral problems?
No, he actually got a YouTube channel and he's trying.
I don't need no. But where is it? But his daddy is still. If his daddy is alive, does he have a relationship with his father?
That's important.
Yeah, he does.
Then what's your issue with him?
He's not business minded like my father and my uncle. And
then why did you choose to make a baby with him before you got married?
Young and dumb. I was 16.
Exactly, and that cost.
That don't go
See,
away.
that young and dumb shit. Let me stop you right here. That young and dumb shit you Black women throw out as if it's supposed to get. Listen and listen well, women. Young and dumb is not a get out of jail free card. It doesn't go woof and change the fact.
It still happens.
You still have to carry that consequence. And men are not rushing up to be stepfathers to 13-year-olds.
Typically not. Typically not though. Like
what would be better is if you
not.
honestly sat down and asked yourself, what value can I bring to a man?
Right.
And I know that what I can.
Well, all right. What value? What is it?
What is it? I can help him with his business. I'm very business minded on the end of helping organize, and I plant into planting my own garden, so I can definitely plant into improving my etiquettes with just self-improvement and working on myself. And
ma'am, at 35 years old, here's what you told me. I can help him with his business. Due respect, ma'am. And I mean no disrespect, but 20 to 30% of people own businesses. What about the 70 to 80% of men who don't own them? That means that doesn't matter. That means nothing to the average man. Then the next thing you said, I can plant.
The plant part got me.
Man,
that's when I started.
That means
thinking,
nothing
like,
to most people because we go to grocery stores. Then you say self-improvement. I gave you a shot at saying what you have to offer to men, and you said nothing that we value.
Good. What do you value? What do you
book a session. I'm not doing this. Nope. I'm done. I've tried to go around, but this has happened. The older you ladies get, the more you get set in your ways. Book a session because I don't want to do this in public, man. Because you seem like a sweet woman, but you're not getting it.
You're being so mean.
I'm not being. Don't tell me I'm being mean. I'm about to be mean. I get tired of you broads telling me I'm being mean because you cannot handle the goddamn truth. You called my show on a day that you ain't even supposed to be here, and I honored the call and sat here and tried to help you. And I'm telling me I'm being mean.
Man.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Oh, he was like, I'm about to start
tired of y'all doing this shit.
Yo. All right, y'all. That was definitely a great episode. That's one of the reasons I love him. The straightforward truth. And honestly, she needs to book a live session. For one, if you're gonna go after the men, you need to know what men like. One thing that I go through a lot when it comes down to women, and they always try to talk about things that they like. You know what I'm saying? For instance, planting. That's not gonna be helpful to a man. But then even, let me go a little bit deeper. If I ask any woman, you know what I'm saying, regardless, high value, low value, just regular woman, if I ask them, you know what I'm saying, what value you bring to a relationship, some of them will take that as a negative question. But then you know what you're kind of getting out of that. But it's a lot of things going on here. I love his show because it actually tries to straighten people up. Not an individual that I want to see this, or an individual that I think should be straight up. These are women that actually want help sometimes. Some of them disagree with him, but at the end of the day, he gets into the straightforward truth, the statistics, the logic. And some of them do appreciate the help. I've heard women go on there and say that he saved their marriage. So definitely think that he's done some good work. So RIP to him. And I'm definitely going to try to react to some more videos because I really like his content. So I want to get it out more so more people understand. There's people struggling with this type of thing and they don't even know they're struggling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're just so stubborn you don't want to pay attention to what's right in your face. But at the same time, we're gonna watch a lot more of his videos. This was like my starter off of just trying to do. Dang, I said that messed up. But it's kind of the start of something new, especially doing this type of content. I got a lot of different type of content I want to do on the page, but Kevin has a great message, and I'm definitely want to push it forward. So we're going to be watching a lot more. If you like this video, make sure you spaz on that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to Kevin Samuels YouTube also. He has a huge following. I think he's almost at 2 million now. So make sure y'all checking him out. And make sure y'all subscribing to the channel and checking me out. I appreciate you. I hope you know what it is. March it.